Why are so many good men single? Is it because they're secretly flawed, commitment phobic, or just haven't met the right one? Today, we're going to dive into a topic that makes a lot of people uncomfortable, a truth that's been simmering just beneath the surface of modern dating. The reality is, a growing number of men aren't single by accident, they're single by choice. And the reason might surprise you. They're opting out of a dating game they feel is fundamentally rigged against them. Let's start with what feels like the new bare minimum. For generations, men were taught that providing for a family, being stable, and staying loyal were the cornerstones of being a good partner. These were goals to strive for, achievements to be proud of. But somewhere along the way, the goalposts didn't just move, they vanished. Now, having a great career, financial stability, emotional intelligence, a gym-toned body, and unwavering loyalty isn't seen as a prize. It's often dismissed as the bare minimum, the entry fee just to get a first date. Imagine working your entire life to build something solid, a career, a home, a secure future. You've sacrificed, you've put in the long hours, you've become the man you were told women want. And when you finally feel ready to share that life with someone, you're met with a checklist that seems to grow longer every day. You need to be 6 feet tall, earn 6 figures, have a full head of hair, be a therapist, a handyman, a travel partner, and a stand-up comedian all in one. The message men are getting is clear. No matter what you bring to the table, it's probably not enough. This isn't about men not wanting to put in effort. It's about feeling like the effort is never, ever acknowledged or valued. Now, let's talk about the giant elephant in every room: social media. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok have created a highlight reel culture that's completely disconnected from reality. Women are bombarded with images of billionaire boyfriends whisking them away on private jets, surprise luxury gifts, and proposal scenes straight out of a Hollywood movie. This creates a deeply distorted perception of what a normal, healthy, and loving relationship looks like. A thoughtful, home-cooked meal can't compete with a Michelin-star dinner posted on a story. A weekend camping trip pales in comparison to a spontaneous getaway to Bali. Men on the ground, living in the real world, simply can't compete with these digital fantasies. They're being judged against an impossible, curated standard that doesn't actually exist for 99.9% of the population. This has led to a massive disconnect. A man might offer a sincere, stable, and loving partnership, but it gets overlooked because it doesn't come with the glamorous filter or the viral-worthy wow factor. He's not just competing with other men in his city. He's competing with the top 1% of men globally, all presented as the norm. When faced with this kind of impossible competition, is it any wonder that many men are simply deciding not to play? And this brings us to the concept of risk versus reward. For men, the risks in modern dating and marriage have become astronomically high. We're not just talking about the risk of a broken heart. We're talking about tangible, life-altering risks. In the event of a breakup or divorce, men often stand to lose significantly more, not just financially, but in terms of access to their children and the life they've worked so hard to build. The legal systems in many places are often perceived as favoring women in these disputes. So a man looks at the landscape and asks himself a simple question: is the potential reward of this relationship worth the potential risk of losing everything? When you combine that risk with the feeling that his best efforts will only ever be considered the bare minimum, the calculation starts to look pretty bleak. The potential for happiness feels overshadowed by the potential for devastating loss. He sees friends who have been burned, who have lost their homes, their savings, and their connection with their kids. They followed all the rules, they were good husbands and fathers, and they still ended up on the losing end. Seeing these cautionary tales, many men are making a rational decision. They are choosing peace, financial security, and personal freedom over the gamble of modern romance. This isn't to say that men don't want love, companionship, or a family. They absolutely do. These are fundamental human desires. But they are increasingly unwilling to pursue them in a system that feels hostile and unappreciative. They are tired of being seen as disposable providers or walking ATMs, only valued for what they can offer materially. They crave genuine connection, respect, and appreciation just as much as anyone else. But when the dating market primarily signals that their worth is conditional and their efforts are invisible, they retreat. They invest their time and energy into their careers, their hobbies, and their friendships, areas where their effort yields a tangible, positive return. And now, we're starting to see the consequences. There's a growing sense of panic among some women who are wondering, where have all the good men gone? The truth is, they haven't gone anywhere. They're right here. They're building businesses, they're exploring their passions, they're enjoying their lives. They've just stopped showing up to an audition where the judges have already decided they're not good enough. They've gone on strike from a game where the rules are constantly changing and the prize feels less and less certain. So what's the solution? It has to start with a shift in perspective. It requires moving away from the social media fantasy and back to reality. It means acknowledging and appreciating the effort that men put in, seeing stability, loyalty, and kindness not as a starting point, but as the incredible, valuable traits they truly are. It means fostering a culture of mutual respect, where both partners are seen as bringing immense value to the table. It's about recognizing that a good man who offers you his loyalty and a peaceful life isn't settling. He's offering you the greatest prize of all. Until that happens, more and more men will continue to choose the certainty of their own peace over the unpredictable and often unrewarding landscape of modern dating. They are not victims, and they are not giving up. They are making a calculated, logical choice to protect their well-being in a world that has made partnership an incredibly risky proposition. The ball is now in the court of modern dating culture to prove that it's a game worth playing again. Thanks so much for watching. This is a complex topic, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Have you seen this happening? Do you agree or disagree? Let's have a real conversation. And if you found this perspective valuable, please give this video a like and subscribe for more content that challenges the way we think about modern life. See you in the next one.